Hello, fellow Realtors. Jeffrey Mr. Tech Raskin here. So what's going on is that I would like to talk to you about your computer, whether you have Windows 10, Windows 11, and what you can do if you have that Windows 10 operating system. So here's what's going on. If you have a computer from about October of 2021, there's a really good chance that you already have the latest and greatest operating system on it, which is Windows 11, because it came out on October 5th of 2021. So if you have a computer from me or any other PC computer in the last 4 years, once again, there's a really good chance that you already have Windows 11 on it. You don't need to worry about anything. And I'm going to show you how to determine what operating system you have. Now, if you have Windows 10, it doesn't mean that your computer is obsolete. It simply means that if the components are not there to update to Windows 11, which by the way is a free update, that means that you will have to stick with Windows 10, and it simply means that you won't get any more security updates from viruses and malware and other possible security threats out there, which obviously could be a problem. There's some other things, but basically that's the main thing that I would be worried about. So once again, if you have Windows 10 and the electronics are not there to upgrade to Windows 11, let's talk. Let's talk about a new computer, which means that you've been using it for a long time anyway, so you got a lot of use out of it. And that's what we're going to determine here of what operating system you have and what you can do. So the first thing we're going to do is go to the bottom left-hand corner of your computer, and you're going to go into the search toolbar, which is that magnifying glass, or it might be a field. You're going to go ahead and click on it. And I want you to type about, so A-B-O-U-T, and it will say about your PC. At this point, I want you to go ahead and click on it, and it will actually come up and tell you exactly what edition of the operating system you have. In this case, as you can see, it says you have Windows 11, so I know that I have the latest and greatest. If it says you have Windows 10, that's where you need to go to the next step to figure out whether the components in your computer allow you to upgrade to that free version of Windows 11. So once again, determine if you have Windows 10 or Windows 11 by going to the search toolbar, clicking about, going to about the middle of the page, and figure that out there. So now we're going to go into the search toolbar one more time. I'm going to go ahead and type in update, U-P-D-A-T-E, and when I do that, it's going to say check for updates. When I do this, notice that you can check for updates in that blue button there. Also make sure that the on button is there to make sure that it gives you the latest and greatest updates as well. If it says you cannot update anymore, it looks like a screen like this, that means that you have Windows 10, which you would have already determined by going into that about screen, and then it means that the components are not available to allow you to upgrade to Windows 11. In that case, once again, let's talk about a new computer. If you do have Windows 11 or Windows 10 that is upgradable, I'm going to recommend click on the updates. If you have Windows 10 and you have the components to upgrade to Windows 11, it will give you the opportunity right now to go ahead and update to Windows 11. Definitely do it. It's free, and trust me, it's not that much different from Windows 10. If you have Windows 11 already, make sure that you do update your computer, and make sure that you also be sure that the latest and greatest version gets installed. And the best way to do that is to go to the start button in the bottom left-hand corner, click on the little circle called power, and make sure you restart your computer. I'm going to recommend you do that about once a week to be sure that you do have the latest and greatest changes from Windows 11 in there. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out, contact me, and we can talk about your computer. Thank you very much. I'll see you at the next session, and tech you out.